Hello nerds, today is Sunday, April the 28th, 2019. That means it's time for the 118th game of the Meditation Games. Today's game was made by Elisee Maurer, I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know, I'm sorry. But he's left a large blurb for us, which I'll read out for you now. I have found it really hard to let go, to stop chasing after what's out of reach, always. I try to remember this very moment is the perfect teacher, and it is always with me. Or, to put it another way, the obstacle that stands between me and what I want contains the wisdom that I need right now. Use the mountain to climb, as long as it feels right. And when you're ready, use the mouse to let go. I recommend listening to something relaxing, like that YouTube link, which you can't click on the meditation windows, but thankfully, someone actually sent me a message with the link in it, which was fantastically kind of them. And also, the creator himself put the link up on his Twitter, so that was awesome too. Make a wonderful day, Elisee. So, I have my music ready. We'll play the game. How do I can't seem to do much at the moment, so something's not working right. Well, this is a problem. Bear with me a minute. Start the music again. Okay, I figured it out. You use the mouse to do the climbing. Oh, this is actually a nice little mechanic. I like this. Okay, he's not going to stretch that far. Okay, that's totally fair. There we go. I feel I may have got that the wrong way around. Let's just dangle. Oh dear. And oop. I actually really like this. Mechanics is really good. Well done. There's probably won't be a lot of me talking, to be fair. Because I imagine that... oh my god. I imagine there is no end point. I may need to put my leg up on there. And reach, yeah. That... I'm genuinely really impressed. This is actually a lot of fun. Like, that sounded really sarcastic. Like, oh, well done, you made a good thing. No, I just mean, like, I don't know, just for a little meditation-y, gamey thing. I don't know how to describe what I mean. I'm just impressed. It's a nice little rock climbing game. That's simple, but it's a lot of fun. I do like this. Can't reach that one. Ooh, that's going to be the wrong arm, so... Whoop. I assume there is no end point other than when I decide to end it. This song is 3 hours long. Let's fucking do it! I find it's a lot easier to climb without using your legs. Which is interesting. Yeah, and starting to bear in mind which arm is going where. Although, can I really mix that up? Can I chunk it around? Let's give it a go. So, oh yeah, I can. Yeah. It doesn't care which arm it is, only that it is. Oh no! What perilous? Something. I don't know. What perilous peril? Yeah, I was worrying too much at the start about which arm was going where. Doesn't seem to matter. Right, here's something that's interesting. Does using my legs actually increase my reach? It does! Fancy that. Oh, it makes sense. But again, just good job. Just good job. What if... yeah, there we go. But I think the whole point of this meditation is it is a task that you cannot surmount. So... it is accepting and embracing the fact that sometimes you have to let go. We learn more in defeat than we learn in victory, I think is the general idea, isn't it? So, failure to overcome something isn't always a failure to achieve something. It's just a failure to achieve that thing. But it can be used in a positive way. You learn from that. That is the wisdom that you gain. And I have failed at a lot of things. I should be a lot wiser than I am. Maybe I'm wiser than I think I am, but probably not. He says, as he falls off a rock. Okie dokie. Like, for example, even though I know this is infinite, I keep going. That's not wise. I know there is no end. This will keep going forever. And yet part of me just sat here thinking, maybe there is an end. I bet there is an end. I just have to be stubborn and determined enough to get to it. But I'm pretty sure there is literally no end to this, so this would be a fool's errand, but hey. Also, I'm generally very curious, do you actually do rock climbing yourself? Whoops! I'm totally not ready to throw this in! I'm glad he's smiling at the bottom. Oh, there is a calm to that failure. I love how it takes you down the height that you climbed as well. That's kind of cool. I like that. And like I said, that was actually genuinely fun to play, so seriously, well done on that. I assume this just loops as is, so you're going nowhere, friendo. I'm going to play the hell out of you. Okay, so now that I'm not trying to focus on climbing up the thing, I can hopefully make my thoughts on this a bit more coherent, so let's give this a go. Okay, so the basic mechanics, the rock climbing mechanics, excellent. Really good fun. It was incredibly simple, but I had a whale of a time on it. I think it's a really good system. I don't know how I would base more of a game around that, or add that into a game, but it was cool. I really enjoyed it. That was good fun to play. It was tactile. It felt good. It was satisfying. Just well done on that, seriously. It was excellent. And the message behind the game struck a chord with me as well, I have to admit. I know that game was impossible to beat. I don't know why I stuck at it for so long. I didn't even let go voluntarily. I slipped up, which is totally my life. And interestingly, I made that mistake. I fell to the bottom, and I wasn't ready to get straight back into it. I wasn't ready to have another go straight away, which again tells me a lot about how I've been living my life. So yeah, actually that's quite interesting. I learned a fair bit from that. Obviously the moral behind the game, yeah, I guess that's fair to say, isn't it, is not everything is possible, and there is wisdom in accepting defeat. There is lessons to be learned from it. There's growth to be had from it. It's not always a failure. Sometimes that is a success. I mean, imagine, let's take the mountain climbing analogy. Let's say there is no top to that mountain and you keep climbing. Yeah, okay, it can say a lot for your stubbornness, for your determination to keep climbing that mountain, even though you know there is no end point to that climb. But in investing so much time and energy into climbing that mountain, what are you taking time and energy away from? Sometimes accepting that you can't climb that mountain just isn't for you, can save you a lot of time and help you focus on something that is obtainable, something that is achievable, something that you can do. So yes, there is a genuine wisdom to that, and that was a really good way of expressing that through the gameplay, so well done on that. It's really cool. And I feel I've actually learned something from that which I didn't expect, so there you go. I tend to stick with things that are impossible. I don't know, stick with things that are impossible. I mean, I can be very determined, but the thing that struck out to me in hindsight was as soon as I fell off that mountain, I was so not ready to give that another go. I wasn't ready to start climbing back up that mountain again. And that's interesting because I am pretty bad for letting defeat just consume me. So that's something I should really learn from there. As for the creator himself, Elisee, my god, he's made a lot of things. Some really cool stuff. He's made something that I've not checked out yet, but I will have a look after this. Something called Superpowers, which is a HTML5 2D and 3D game maker. I'm really curious how that works, so I'm going to check that out. And it's open source as well, so hopefully that means I can dig around on it. He's also working on a game called Hightail, which, from what I can tell, and from what I've read, is basically Minecraft, but better? I don't know if I'm comfortable saying that yet, but it sounds really damn good, actually. They are advertising this game as a creative game, Minecraft, but with the depth of a role-playing game, so I assume there are dungeons to explore, beasts to fell. I mean, I've seen a couple of trailers of it, and there's big bloody really cool looking monsters, and it looks like it runs incredibly well. But you can also script and customize a lot of the stuff in the game as well. So for modders and stuff like that, there looks like a lot of fun to be had here. So again, that looks like a really cool game. He's also done a whole bunch of other games. There's one that I'm really interested in, but I haven't checked it out properly. I don't know how it works yet, but as someone who's looking to do streaming, he's got something called Master of the Grid. And there's quite a few other games like that in there, although I haven't checked those out properly. Basically, whoever is hosting the stream, I don't know what they do exactly, but anyone who participates in the stream and participates in the game basically gets put into the audience. And it's just a really big quiz show. So that looks awesome. I haven't tried it out yet, but I'm absolutely going to. I don't know how it works yet. I have to try and piece it together, but I will totally do a stream on that. And the last thing that I will actually talk about, I mean, it's got so much stuff, is a game called Daily Frenzy. Genuinely, it's bloody cool. I wish I was aware of this sooner. It's a really simple game. You direct a ball, your mouse cursor becomes the ball, and you direct this ball through a moving and dynamic maze. And the maze changes every day, or the course changes, not really a maze. The course changes every day, and whoever gets the top score is the winner of that day. It's really straightforward, but it's surprisingly difficult, as you can see from the video that I put up. I really wish Elisee had a portfolio website, because there's no way I can link all of this. I'll link to his Twitter, to his Daily Frenzy game, because that was amazing. I really enjoyed that. And to Hightail, the sort of the biggest game that he seems to be working on. If Elisee is watching this, one thing that I would wholeheartedly recommend is to make a portfolio site. It's really hard to direct people to all the stuff that you've created, because it's all over the place. One site where it's all kept and presented would be amazing. You can find links to everything that he's done on Twitter. At least I think it's everything he's done. I don't know if there's a lot of stuff that I'm missing, but again, portfolio site, make one. But genuinely, really good job on the meditation today. That was really, really good. That's one of the better ones I've played. So a huge thank you to Elisee for making today's meditation, and thank you for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. There is a summit.